Ten's best running backs of the 1970s.
Yard line. Pete Johnson.
Number 3, Billy Marek. What happens when the south side of Chicago meets Big Ten football? Billy Marek is the answer to that question. One of the toughest running backs the Big Ten Conference has ever seen. Short in stature, but full of heart.
To look at Billy, you wouldn't be very intimidated. But he had, to me, the greatest sense of balance. If you hit him, he would go airborne and, land on his feet and keep going.
He had a little unique step. He could do things just on the run and just make a little quick move, not slow up at all. And it's just very small, but just enough to make him miss.
Well, I was just trying to get out of the way. I wasn't the biggest guy out there at about 190, but really was just looking for daylight, trying to slide through a hole.
After rushing just once for 6 yards as a freshman, Marek could not be contained his next 3 seasons, rushing for at least 1,200 yards a season between 1973 and 1975. In 1974, his junior year, Marek ran for 200 yards in 3 straight games, including a 5-touchdown, 304-yard effort versus Minnesota.
It just seemed like no matter what happened, there was a big hole to run through, and he just took off. I think it was the only game in my life I was exhausted by the end of the game because there was so many yards we racked up.
You see the stats that Billy put up against some good opponents, and you look at him physically, you think, it just doesn't make sense. For someone that size, he got more out of that body physically and whatever he did than anybody I can think of.
Marek led the Big Ten in rushing in 1974, the same year Archie Griffin won his first Heisman. When he left Madison in 1975, Marek was Wisconsin's all-time leading rusher and was named a 3-time All-Big Ten selection. Marek's career numbers include over 3,700 yards rushing and 44 rushing touchdowns. The Badgers didn't win a lot of games back then, but Billy Marek won a lot of fans and a number 3 ranking on our list of the Big Ten's best running backs of the 1970s.
Are they always